Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Bob Raynor, and this is the Friday Five, your quick 5-minute dose of creativity, career insight, and tech inspiration to wrap up the week. You may have noticed that I missed last week's Friday Five, and I want to talk about why. So last week, I was going through a bit of a phase of fear and anxiety, world events, the pressure of running my own agency, keeping up with this podcast, that familiar creative feeling where everything feels heavy at the same time. And instead of pushing through it alone, I told myself, I need to get out of the house and be around people who are creative, positive, and kind. So I went to a Creative Mornings event in Montclair, New Jersey, to see my friend and client, Farnoosh Torabi, speak during a Q&A event. The theme of the morning was Koorsoo, which is Farsi for a faint glimmer of hope. Farnoosh talked about her experience coming up as a young woman with Iranian immigrant parents. She talked about fear, whether that fear was imprinted on her by her parents or developed as she tried to make it in a field dominated by men. But what really stuck with me was how she talked about embracing her fear. She didn't frame fear as something to eliminate. She talked about using it to her advantage when negotiating a higher salary at her job, securing a book deal, or just launching her podcast. Sitting in that room surrounded by creatives and listening to that conversation, something shifted for me. It got me thinking about how important it is, especially right now, for creatives to be part of a community. And not just for networking, but to spark ideas, to foster thoughtful conversations, to connect human to human. That idea has been showing up a lot for me lately. I recently joined a creative business coaching community called the Creative Business Brain. Its owner, Helen Knight, has a mission to teach creatives how to promote themselves, their business, and more importantly, how to believe in themselves with daily mindset techniques that serve to diminish those feelings of imposter syndrome, the ones that we all feel as creative individuals. And I think she does a great job staying connected with her clients and really being the educated cheerleader in their corner. The other creative group I recently joined was the IAIM community launched by Scott Fisk. Scott is an independent artist and illustrator from Vermont who I originally connected with on LinkedIn, and he has a mission to create a true space for creatives from all backgrounds to come together with no preconceived notions. As he puts it, they're cultivating a sanctuary where creative ideas flourish, where your inspiration meets encouragement, and where new possibilities are just a conversation away. And honestly, it's communities like these that really make you feel connected to others as a human being. In a time where the troubles of the world can feel so big and the virtual walls of work from home are constantly closing in, I just want to encourage everyone listening to seek connection. And not just a LinkedIn connection. Find a local community, a group, a platform, a room, physical or virtual, that inspires you and connects you to people who are open to helping others find and fan the flames of their creative self. Because sometimes a faint glimmer of hope is all you need to keep going. Well, that wraps it up for the Friday Five. Thanks for listening, and keep your flame lit.